Alright, internet, so I want to put an end to a question that I keep getting over and over. So let me just state once clearly and unambiguously for the record that yes, I am a bisexual male. I know I've talked about this multiple times on my channel and on our main channel and on our website, but it apparently doesn't seem to be getting through to some of you, because I still get asks like this all the damn time. Why don't you just come out as gay already? You're already engaged to a guy. We never see you check out girls in your vlogs or on your Tumblr blog. Can you please stop lying to us and to yourself and just admit that you're gay? I don't know why I chose that voice, but I feel like it works. Because I'm not, I'm gonna ignore all of the spelling and punctuation errors and explain all of the other things that are wrong with that ignorant and narrow-minded question. First off, bisexuality exists. It is not a stepping stone to coming out as fully gay. It does not mean that a person is simply indecisive and can't choose what team to play for. And I know a lot of you out there are currently thinking to yourselves, no Sherlock. But nevertheless, there are still people out there who need to hear it. These people are the ones who like to think in binaries, mostly out of laziness, because binaries are easier to understand. When you're little, binaries are alright, because they're your first stepping stone to understanding how the world works. So they teach you about night and day, tall and short, big and small. But as you get older, your understanding of the world deepens, or at least it should. At such point, you realize that there is much more than just night and day. There's midday, there's dusk, there's 4:20, 11:11, rush hour, happy hour. If you still stuck to the old night and day binary, you would never be able to show up to anything on time, which is why you learn to tell time. Sadly, when you stick to the whole sexual orientation binary, you're not the one that gets inconvenienced. I am. And believe me, my life would be 10 times easier if I did identify as gay instead of bi, because then I wouldn't have to constantly be validating my own existence, not only to straight people, but to gay people as well. And that's one of the main reasons why I still make it a point to identify as bi, even though I plan on staying in a committed relationship with another dude for the rest of my life. And while we're on the subject of commitment, my bisexuality has no bearing on my ability to commit to someone. All that means is that the potential pool of applicants is a bit bigger. I care more about the person than I do the plumbing. But even though I've committed to porking the same dude for the rest of my life, that does nothing to change my orientation. The same would be true if I fell in love with a woman and decided to marry her. Because there is a difference between sexual orientation and sexual conduct. Sexual orientation has to do with what you're attracted to. Sexual conduct has to do with what you actually have sex with. So you know all those clinics that claim that they can stop you from living a homosexual lifestyle and changing your orientation? Yeah, they're full of crap. They do nothing to change a person's orientation. At best, they change the person's conduct. Which brings me to my next point. You say you've never seen me check out girls. Fine, whatever. But you don't know my browser history, and you certainly don't live in my head. So you aren't privy to the never-ending parade of disgusting thoughts that take place in here. Be thankful for that. Trust me. And rest assured that Colton Haynes loves to do a fair amount of dirty things in my head. As does Scarlett Johansson. As does Adam Levine. Yeah, you like that Adam Levine, don't you? What's this? Olivia Munn wants to join the party? Come on in, Olivia Munn. Ryan Reynolds, you and your 12-pack are always welcome. Ooh, both Beckhams want to come in and play. David, come right in. Can I get the Victoria from like 2001? Okay, great, yeah, come on in. Ooh, Josh Hutcherson and Jennifer Lawrence. The odds are in favor of Jennifer wearing the strap-on. She knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, she does. Tom Daly, always good to see you in my head. God, you sure are flexible, aren't you? Don't worry, Dustin, I'll have him back to you in one piece. Ish. But rather than regaling you guys with tales of all of these celebrities exchanging bodily fluids, I just tell you guys that I'm bisexual. Trust me, it takes way, way less time and there's much less risk of fainting. Furthermore, it tain't none of your goddamn business. It is not your job to sift through all of my thoughts and then verify my bisexual status. It is your job to hear me say the sentence, I am a bisexual man, and for you to go, okay. Because nothing that takes place in my head or in my bedroom is any of your business. Unless you're one of the celebrities that I listed earlier and you feel like making my dreams come true. Looking at you, Colton Haynes. Snapchat. Now, another question I get commonly is this. How do I know that I'm bisexual and not like pansexual or any of the other labels that fit towards the center of the spectrum? Short answer is, that's the label I most comfortably identify with. And frankly, that's the only answer that matters. And that's the message I would like to leave all of you. Labels do serve a purpose, to an extent. But the minute they start stressing you out, then they really aren't that useful anymore. So if you're someone who hasn't quite figured out what to call yourself, then just don't worry about it for the time being. When you find a label that's right for you, then you'll know. And if that never happens, then that's okay too. Because it's your job to go after what you want and what makes you happy. It's not your job to always be explaining yourself to other people. Especially when it comes to stuff that really isn't any of their business to begin with.